Good afternoon. It is September 9th, 2025, and here's what we have today. So it ended up being a bull day. You can see on the daily chart, we have this bull candle. Uh, it looked like a range day again, but then we just rallied from about 10 a.m. on, so the last 3 hours, and then uh, where did the market reopen? Let's see. 5 o'clock. So yeah, no, it was before the market reopened. I was right here. So we really had a strong rally at the end of the day. Uh, Here's what we're looking at in the overnight is more range like price action continued from yesterday. That's probably the range I'd be looking at. And so let's say you come in at 5 o'clock. We're in this rally back to the EMA. And then we sell off. So that's the second leg down after this buy climax, and then we kind of go sideways. So can you take this failed second entry short? Yeah, you can take it. It looks pretty good, and maybe you go off the engulfing bar, but the problem is you're below the EMA still. You could see it goes. That's probably at the yeah right after the market opens, we go sideways, big time. Can you take that second entry short right here? Uh, Probably not, because yeah, it goes sideways. It doesn't trigger, so I think you have to sit out, and you probably want to sit out for this long too. We don't have a gap above the EMA. It's just not clear where prices are trying to go yet. However, I do like this failure right here. I like that failed second entry long, first entry, second entry, and then boom. And I think that's you know a reasonable setup to try and test these lows. So what are these lows? 0350, your entry would probably be 0650. So you get a couple points there, and then it bounces. Can you take this? I don't think so, but this kind of looks like a sell climax. You can see the body right there. Let me make this bigger. We get a gap above the EMA here, and so we're selling off, and you can see, look, there's a tail on this bar. This bar is just a doji, and then we gap down all of a sudden, and then you get this bar. So I think I kind of like all that. I kind of like all that as a setup for going long. There's room back to the EMA. I think this is good for a scalp, and it goes. It looks like it gets you about 2 points. Back to the EMA. I mean, there's more points in this bar. Then you get this bear bar and a big bull bar, and you know, by now I think it's clear that we're ranging. Especially when we get this move back down, it's a range. There's just no trend in sight. So yeah, you can buy with limit orders down here. You can sell with limit orders up here. That's the second entry short. Boom. You can sell with the limit order up here too. This looks like a level of resistance. But with how strong that bull move is, you might have to take a fairly large stop. But what you could do is like when this bar takes 75% of this move back, maybe that's when you just sell. And you can see that was a good sell, very good sell. About a 20-point move there. Let's see, did we hit a measured move? Darn near perfect right there with the way I had it drawn. That's market geometry. It's not an accident. It happens every day. You get a break, two legs up, move to a new low, it bounces, and I like this. I like this. Failed second entry short, second entry long off the EMA. That's That's a good setup. I would say to test this level, 0150, your entry is about 97, so that's a nice move right there. Probably a little less than 2 times your risk. Yeah, so you're risking three. No, really, you're risking four 4 points. So it's only a one-time risk reward, one to one. Yeah, I mean that's your target. So I'd probably still hold it. That's just it's tough, man, because then it pulls back. Second entry right here, but it's below the EMA. You don't have this level of support drawn yet. And so now we're in this broad bull channel. You can buy with limit orders down here. Maybe you buy with a limit order on this after this bar closes, and you get a nice fill. It doesn't go to the high, but it goes close. Comes back down, bounces, and you could sell this too. I mean, this one, I believe I was talking about this second entry short. You can see this rally, it stalls. You get one more bull bar, and you get a second entry short at the top of resistance, the channel. Room back to the EMA. We come down here, we bounce, and you can see people enter with limit orders. It continues to go sideways, and they just they couldn't stick with it. The bulls win, and it creates this bull channel. So you can enter with limit orders here. You can see this one's a nice move. Pulls back to the trend channel. You can enter with limit orders. Get a nice little move. Get your first break. So again, you can enter with limit orders down here near the lows. We find support right here, bounce. Now we make a higher low. Big bull bar engulfs this bear bar. That's a bear trap. I like that as a bear trap. You really don't. I mean, this isn't nothing in price action is 100%, but when you get this very strong bear bar, opens on its high, closes on its low, and then you get an engulfing bar, the context is good for going long. I think that's a pretty good setup. That's a bear trap. Boom. You had this bear bar with the tail on the bottom first, so the bears aren't too strong. That's a nice little trap. Pulls back to the EMA, rockets up. I don't think you can take that. So that's the chart today. I hope everyone had a good day. Where do we start? Okay, that's one last look at it. Let's take a look at the daily chart, the weekly chart. Okay. Hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.